Yeah, so I'd been here like off and on through AmeriCorps, working for Habitat or through the Red Cross from 2005 to 2011. And then I left for 3 years and to go be a teacher in Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
And I just did that like story swap with someone, and they were like, "Oh, well, what the hell what'd you do all that stuff for? What are you gonna do with all of it?" And I said, "I don't know. My like talking point is like I'm just trying to put one foot in front of the other and not trip over my laces, right?" And I got pushed on it, and I just said, "I guess if I'm supposed to do anything, build houses with high school students and use the profits to pay for scholarships for the kids who build the houses."
It just came out.
Yeah, right. So it's as easy as that. The last 4 years of thinking about and building Uncommon, it's like way easier said than done.
Yeah.
So that's what we do at Uncommon. What we do, we're a nonprofit based here in New Orleans. That's the only place that it makes sense for me to even attempt to do something like this, and it's where it makes sense for me to be.
For what reasons? Because of your experience? Because...
Yeah, I think it's all of it, right? Because of my journey and how much of it happened here. I think because of whether it's the education landscape, the business landscape, the startup culture, existence of 4.0 schools here.
Yeah.
Serendipitously, right?
4.0 schools being, both of us are familiar, but...
Yeah, it's an early stage education incubator community of people rethinking school. You're welcome, Matt. And they're great, and Cambria, who works there, is one of those people who gave me like just the right amount of encouragement. We're going to be over there, yeah. And so... They have no idea who I'm talking to.
Well, you're going.
We're in this glass room, man.
We're in a fishbowl, and you're actually going from this to a few. You have board members and community members coming to do this training, and you're going to do some headshots too because our studio is right here.
Yeah, I like to keep a plate as full as possible. I love an all-you-can-eat buffet.
This is the good example of it. The perfect example of it.
I love an all-you-can-eat buffet. It's like. I'm not like the most gluttonous person, but there's just something awesome.
Just the option.
There's just a ton of stuff out there, and you can take as much of it as you want.
Let's go see.
As much of it as you can handle. See what you can do.
Yeah.
And like that's, I guess, a good analogy for like how I approach different experiences, right? So, this is all these. It's all there for the taking or the earning. And so, if you can go out and figure it out. So we're. I don't remember what we were talking about.
You're building houses and framing character.
Oh, we're building houses and framing character.
Yeah.
So Uncommon Construction is a nonprofit here in New Orleans. We're here because that's the only place it makes sense for me to do that.
Yeah.
And where there's an opportunity, whether you're looking at it from a business standpoint, my like founder's journey, which it matters to it for some reason. It's understandable why it matters.
Yeah.
And why someone would believe in you to be the one to do this. And that's been a journey for me to like evolve into that a little bit.
How come?
Well, those 9 years have been, avoiding any kind of spotlight or accolade. Have very much like AmeriCorps was very much like I'm an anonymous member of a team, even such to the point where like we all wear the same clothes every day.
Yeah.
I don't live my life on social media except that it relates to Uncommon Construction.
You were just trying to kind of humble yourself and work hard? What were you trying to find out about yourself?
I was trying to find out a lot about myself. I think there was a lot. The 19-year-old me who dropped out of school, there was a lot that I thought about myself. There's a lot I didn't know about myself. The Donald Rumsfeld, like there's known knowns and unknown
The unknown
knowns.
unknowns.
The known unknowns and things that we know that we don't know. I didn't, who knows, right? So that was a Dr. Seuss riddle. So yeah, I was trying to learn about myself, and I really adamantly didn't necessarily want to give other people the opportunity to define that for me, and for me to listen too much to the way that they were doing that.
You had to go find out for yourself.
Yeah, I felt that really strongly. And so, part of being an organizational leader, right, is being a super pseudo public something.
Yeah.
And finding comfort in that. And that's, So I don't know what I was looking for that I knew specifically what I was looking for. There's like I have a lot of like quotes that spoke to me at the time. There's like, I think it's like John Lennon, "Life's what happens to you while you're busy making other plans," and Cat Stevens, "On the road to find out. There's so much left to know and I'm on the road to find out." There's one I like a lot that I think really spoke to like why so many of the things I did had this like altruistic bend to them, and like maybe reaching for a bigger impact than I was on path to have before I left school, and when I was on that kind of dominant culture, take for granted kind of thing. And it was, I share this one selectively, but lately in interviews like this, so now it's kind of out there for people. There's a play called Death of a Salesman by Arthur Miller, and it's about a mediocre guy who's like trying to find his meaning and his value in the world. And he's in a reflective time and kind of looking back on what kind of person he was. And so Arthur Miller wrote in a margin of a manuscript of Death of a Salesman, he wrote the following. The image of the aging, and so many of your friends already gone, and strangers in the seats of the mighty who do not know you, nor your triumphs, nor your incredible value. Above all, perhaps, the image of a need greater than hunger or sex or thirst, the need to leave a thumbprint somewhere on the world, and by admitting it, the knowing that one has carefully inscribed one's name on a cake of ice on a hot July day. So there's a lot in that.
That's a big margin.
That speaks to...
Yes. The why.
The why, right? And what we're looking for, and we as people, right? And the hunger that we have, the thirst that we have to feel connected to other people without the artifice of these social constructs or status or hierarchy or the other lines of difference that keep us apart. And that 9-year journey for me was in search of that. And in doing so, having what little thumbprint I might have here or there was really important to me. And to have that be thought of in like a more positive way than a negative way, knowing that nobody's perfect. And I've certainly screwed up my share of things. And it's all like on this journey, but wanting it to be one that, looking backwards, I can be happy about the thumbprint that I'm leaving, even if it only lasts for so long.